Well done, Bobby. First evaluation did really well. Moving on to our second evaluator tonight, and it is Sandip. And Sandip, when I asked him about the birthday question, gave the most recent answer. And his birthday was last month, and he said the fabulous present he received was that he got married. So he's clearly an old romantic at heart, I was saying. So can we please hear him for Sandip?
Mr. Toastmaster, President, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. As I introduced earlier this evening, my role this evening was about being the evaluator for Eval3. And interestingly, Pino was delivering his first speech, an icebreaker, which, as I said, is the precursor for his journey as a... Personally, I felt it was a wonderful speech, being his first speech, and each speech in the the Confident Communicator Manual has a particular role. You could be talking about the body, your body language, and I think further down in the manual you talk about inspiration. I thought I got it in speech 1. So that was something really wonderful. The first speech itself was quite inspirational. He started off his own journey. He had a great opening telling his own story. I liked the fact that he hardly used his notes. So he had his notes over there, but he hardly used it. He did tell me before he started off that I'm a bit nervous, which all of us do get, but I didn't really see it. The one thing in terms of which I think could become better is when he was talking about the hugs and the kisses and the smile, I would like to see a smile with that. So if I say smile, it comes better when you actually smile when you say the word smile, or you're talking about hugs and kisses, anything positive, add the actual body language to it, otherwise it kind of loses the message. So that was one area which I think could become much better. We talked about posture, body language. I think you were quite firmly planted there. You were giving eye contact. You hardly used your notes. The message inside the entire delivery was also wonderful about helping people, leaving a legacy, which I think was wonderful, and his journey as an individual coming into this country and moving on to where he is today. So I think it was overall a very inspirational speech, and I really liked it. And I think he's on a great journey to become a great speaker.
Our next evaluator evaluating the speech of Denise is Peter, and Peter answered the question about his best birthday, and he said it was the birth of his grandchildren. So can we please hear from Peter?
I don't look old enough, do I? Of course, I could stand up here for about 3 or 4 minutes and talk about my grandchildren, but that would probably be not interested in. Denise, 6 minutes, 55 seconds. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. My fun hobby. Well, I don't know how many of you have ever speculated on the stock exchange. Hobby or not, this is not fun. £1,000 up and £1,000 down may be fun to you, but I'm going to tell you, not in my book. However, I thought it was very interesting in the early parts when you mentioned some of the absolute bog standard shares. BT, Marks and Spencer's, have I ever heard of cable and wireless? I used to do this pretty close to 40 years ago. And Marks and Spencer's, BT, cable and wireless was the only way you were getting a steady income. Not anymore, I suspect. You specifically asked me to look and listen and pay attention to the ums, the ahs, and the filler words. Well, the grammarian will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I heard any. I think you were very, very fluent. Your body language, that's the whole point of speech number 5. And I thought she was very able. There were one or two things that she mentioned when she was walking around with the files under her arms. This is expressive. This is what running up to speech 5 is all about. To make your speech part and parcel with the movements so that they enhance each other. and everything should pull together. Your voice variation, excellent. Up and down, side to side, eye contact. You did everything the book said that you were supposed to do. As you progressed and you got to the year 2013, the little bit of nerves that I think some of us could see completely disappeared. You got so fluent I felt you could have spoken for another 5 or 6 minutes. I thought you did very well. And of course, when you met Trevor, well, he must be a gem, Trevor. However, you didn't end up making any money with Trevor either, so maybe he wasn't quite so good. I have a recommendation. It's very small because I'm guilty of it. I do this, although not so often anymore, Joe. You do this. Yes? So, it's not necessary. Tony always says, plant your feet, because that's what he tends to do. And that, of course, is the best way to go around. I think that everything, as a hobby for full time, was terrific. Get rid of it, don't do it again, get back to normal.